What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about Opendoor. I want to give you a quick summary of what really happened today, what shorts did, and what just came out after hours. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So Opendoor did go down about 2.8%. I did a video earlier today when it was roughly around here on how it was starting to really move higher. Regrettably, the broader market did take hold of Opendoor and really dragged it down alongside much of the greater market. And a lot of that fear was because of just the impending shutdown. So they do have up until midnight tonight to come to some sort of deal. So I'm monitoring all of the breaking news just to see if anything comes up. And if not, then you will see a lot more volatility tomorrow. But best case scenario, they come to some sort of resolution pretty much minutes before midnight, and then you'll see the market just boom like crazy. And one thing did come out also after hours I wanted to share with you. So a new Form 4, this transaction was done on the 26th. It was transaction code P, so meaning purchase using their own actual money, just over about 300,000, bring them to a grand total of about 1.9 million shares. Some people, based on the last Form 4, and that was right over here, so their last purchase was on September the 11th, where they bought 451,000 shares at a price similarly at $6.65. Some people didn't like that they were getting a discount and not paying market price for it. I kind of get the argument. I think there could be an argument both ways, but I think generally you normally don't get directors and insiders buying stock. So at the end of the day, I still see this as a pretty big win and shows that they have a lot of good commitment towards the stock. Whether they get a discount or not, they're still putting a substantial amount of money, their own money, right? Because it is transaction code P, so it's their own actual money. So if you were in that scenario, I'm sure you'd want a discount too, to be fully honest. But aside from that though, the timing of this is very interesting, right? So technically, just on a side note, tomorrow is October the 1st. That's where blackout periods do commence. So any insiders, unless it's part of that 1B5, whatever it is, trading plan, they cannot purchase any stock, as what just happened. So this was pretty much the last purchase in Q3, unless, I guess, because this was dated the 26th, I guess the 30th would have been the last day if they did buy any more. But nonetheless, I think the timing of this matching with the launch, as what Kaz has really mentioned, is coming out October the 1st, only to parts of Texas, but nonetheless, this should be a pretty good catalyst for Opendoor tomorrow. So best case scenario, you have there being a deal, so no shutdown occurring. Then you also have that big launch for Opendoor, and then you have the market digesting this recent Form 4, really pushing Opendoor higher. So that is the best case scenario for it to kind of play out. Let me know your general thoughts on that in the comments below. Aside from that, by the end of the day, shorts increased 141,000 shares, 19.89% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 141.04 million shares overall being shorted. So shorts were somewhat kind of stagnant. They were more active at the beginning part of the day, then they just kind of sat back and relaxed. As far as the overall volume today though, we did have 169 million shares being traded. 382 is the average, most of which was during the beginning part of the trading day. So when I did my video here, it was pretty much encumbering most of that. But aside from that though, looking at the overnight trading, you see Opendoor up 1 cent. And there's a lot of stocks in a similar scenario to Opendoor, just nothing's happening during the overnight. Everyone is just waiting just to see up until midnight. If there is no deal, then yeah, you're going to see quite a pullback across the board. If, like I said, there is some resolution, then you'll see a very nice push higher. So right now, everyone is just waiting on the edge of their seat and probably their finger on the buy button just to really push the price higher, if so. So yeah, let me know your general thoughts, and if you are like myself, really just monitoring all the news that is coming out just to see if there is any updates or anything along those lines. So let me know your general thoughts on that. And when it comes down to this recent Form 4, is this positive to you? Is this just more of like whatever, it is what it is? Like, what's your general thoughts on that? Oddly enough, if I remember correctly, this news right here, I think Opendoor at the time, it was starting to really sell off. So the market didn't really like this as much as it probably should have. But what's your viewpoint? Do you think a director purchasing like this amount of money is just whatever? So yeah, let me know your general thoughts on all that. Stay tuned for following videos. So if there's any big changes, I'll kind of pop on, do like a 1-2 minute video just to give you a quick summary and what to expect for tomorrow. But again, just follow my previous video where I go over support and resistance points and some general kind of rules of thumb of what big money is really focusing on. And then one final thing, if you're looking for some solid buy signals, pop over to my Patreon, link in the description below and also the comments. Put out day trades, daily day trades, numerous swing trades, so worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.